Happy Wednesday, good people of Fremont. My name is Tana Kinder. I'm one of the elders at our church, and I will be doing a devotional this morning on Mark chapter 4. The Gospels are packed with so many teachings, and it's no different in this chapter of Mark. And I'm pointing that out because it is important. As you see with the teachings here, Jesus is constantly teaching. He is here on earth to share who he is. He is sharing the word. He's sharing what kingdom life is supposed to look like. Are we learning? So he's teaching, but are we learning? And we have lots of opportunities to learn who God is, what our relationship can look like, and what kingdom life can look like. And I want to encourage you, obviously, to spend time in word and prayer alone, but it is also important to be with other believers, learning what the word means, applying it to your life, being challenged, and also learning so that you can share the gospel with others. And small groups, Bible studies, um, Sunday morning education, Wednesday night education, and clearly Sunday morning worship are great ways to do that. And if you're not sure how to get plugged into a small group or what all the different opportunities are, I encourage you to go to our Facebook page. You'll see a lot of information there. You can send a private message and we'll get back to you and make sure that you know what all the opportunities are. Grab someone on Sunday morning. Lisa Mensmer is one of our folks that is on staff who plugs people in and coordinates folks with different things, including small groups. She's kind of a magic 8 ball there at our church with information. As well as, our pastors, you can send an email to our church email or, go to the website. And we want you to be studying the Word. We want you to be blessed by God so that you can be a blessing to the kingdom. Okay, so with all that, that plug for learning the Word, I also want to just spend a little time specifically on the last section of chapter 4. Again, there's a lot here. I encourage you to read it all. There's like multiple sermons just in this one chapter. But the last section, starting with verse 35, Jesus calms the storm. So he had been teaching all day. He'd spent time with the crowds. He'd spent time with just the disciples, and he's tired. So they go off to get on a boat, and he goes to sleep. And it says here, so I'll just kind of read through it. It says, that day when the evening came, he said to his disciples, let us go over to the other side, leaving the crowd behind. They took him along just as he was in the boat. There were other boats with him. And then all of a sudden, a furious squall came up, and the waves broke over that boat so that it was nearly swamped. Jesus was in the stern, and he's sleeping on a cushion. The disciples woke him up, and this is what they said. They're with him all the time, and this is what they said. Teacher, don't you care if we drown? So the boat is taking on water, mass amounts of water. They said swamp. So they're scared, and this is what they say. Teacher, don't you care if we drown? So he gets up, he rebukes the wind, and said to the waves, quiet, be still. Then the wind died down, and it was completely calm. And so he says to the disciples, why are you so afraid? Do you still have no faith? They were terrified, and they asked each other, who is this? Even the wind and the waves obey him. Who is this? Even the wind and the waves obey him. And when I read the commentary section, they said something that struck me was, one of the perspectives here is that they're with him all the time. They are learning with him privately. They're hearing him teach to the crowds. They're learning how to be disciples. They're selected to go and to share the good news. And the commentary that I have here says they underestimated the power of Jesus. And it struck me, do I underestimate the power of Jesus in my own life? And, the answer is yes. That absolutely yes, for a number of reasons, depending on what the circumstances. And so I continue to grow and I continue to be in prayer. And I have to look at those areas in my life that I underestimate how Jesus can work in them to glorify himself, but also to work in me and to grow me in my faith, um, and to help me to be able to share the good news on a personal level. This is an area that I've been working on or that I haven't let go of, and when I did, this is how Jesus used it, and it benefits the kingdom, but it also takes the burden off of me. So again, coming back to what I said at the beginning of this devotion, we have lots of small groups, we have lots of Bible studies and devotionals, and it's just so important to be in the Word, but to be in the Word with other people so that we can be challenged and so that we can say, there is this area, it struck me, I haven't been trusting God with this. Can you pray with me? Can you help me to share this and to work with God in this, to hold me accountable with Christian faith and love and compassion. So I'm just going to leave you with the question, what areas of your own life do you underestimate the power of God to work in? I hope you have a great day, and I hope God meets you where you are.